Hi, I'm Steve Parker. Today I want to share with you my top 10 reasons why I moved to Ecuador. Let's fly. So, why did I leave the US for Ecuador? Friends and family asked me this question over and over. Some thought I was making a huge mistake. It's too far away, they said, or is it even safe? Well, let me tell you, I don't regret my decision for a second. Ecuador isn't as distant or intimidating as many people assume. In fact, it's only 4.5 hours from Miami, and I'd argue that it is safer than a lot of places in the United States. Of course, no place within the world is 100% safe, but with a bit of common sense, living here can feel not just safe, but also freeing. Now, what motivated me to make such a big move? Well, I'm a solopreneur and I'm building a business, and keeping costs down is critical in the early stages. This year, though, my personal and business expenses skyrocketed. Let me give you a little bit of a snapshot. Rent, $1,750, groceries, $800, health insurance, $750, car insurance, $500, business expenses, $500. These are all monthly. I think you get the idea. On top of that, I had emergency gallbladder surgery in July, and the bill, $90,000. My insurance covered most of it, but I was still stuck with a $10,000 balance for max out of pocket. And that's more than what the entire procedure costs in many other countries of the world. That caused an epiphany within me, and I realized I needed to rethink everything. That's when I started researching, and I asked myself, what if I could cut my costs and improve the quality of my life? The more I dug into the idea of working remotely, the more Ecuador stood out as a good solution for me. And this isn't just about saving money. It's really about taking control of my life and in creating an environment where I can thrive as a solopreneur. And that brings me to number 10 on my top 10 list, and that is safety. Safety is always a big concern when moving to a new country, but I found Ecuador, particularly Cuenca here, to feel safe overall. The city has a noticeable police presence, which is reassuring. During the day, I feel completely comfortable walking around in public spaces, whether I'm strolling through a park or headed to one of the many great dinner spots on Calle Larga. That said, I do take some common sense precautions, especially at night. I avoid walking alone after dark, and I steer clear of heading out during blackouts just to be extra cautious. I also stay aware of my surroundings, and I avoid keeping valuables in my back pockets, and I always let someone know where I'm going. These simple habits have made me feel secure while enjoying everything Cuenca has to offer. Number 9, cheap transportation. Getting around Ecuador is unbelievably affordable. In Cuenca, I use Azu Taxi app to book rides, and they rarely cost more than $2 or $3. Public buses are under 50 cents, and they run reliably throughout the city. And for long distance travel, buses across the country cost $10 to $15. Domestic flights are also budget friendly. Think $50 to $100 for a one-way ticket. And if you don't want the expense of owning a car, Ecuador's transportation options make it easy to get around without one. I'm fine without my car, and I love having no car payment nor auto insurance payment. Number 8, variety of restaurants. Ecuador's culinary scene is incredibly diverse. Local dishes like ceviche, empanadas, and yapingachos are a must-try. Cuenca's vibrant expat community also means you'll likely find international dishes just about everywhere. Think sushi, pizza, Indian curries, even vegan cafes. One of my favorite spots in Cuenca is a French bakery that makes the best croissants I've ever had. And eating out is just, so affordable. I find myself dining out far more often than I did in the United States. And with the variety of options, your taste buds will never get bored. Seven, Ecuador might surprise you with how modern it is. My friends here have a 4-bedroom house with stylish furniture and all new appliances for $500 a month. Internet speeds are solid. Here at my Airbnb and in many urban residences, you have fiber optic cable. And I also happen to have Starlink, which is phenomenal. Shopping is another area where Ecuador delivers. Malls like Mall del Rio in Cuenca or Key Centro in Quito feature international brands alongside local shops. You might not find everything you're used to, but for the most part, you'll live comfortably. Even public services like trams and infrastructure are far better than you might expect. Number 6, there's a lot to do here. Ecuador is a paradise for adventurers and nature lovers. You can visit the famous Mitad del Mundo monument and stand at the equator with 1 foot in each hemisphere. The Galapagos Islands are must-see. Think giant tortoises, sea lions, and otherworldly landscapes out in the middle of the sea. If you're into hiking, the Andes Mountains offers breathtaking trails, including Chimborazo, the closest point on Earth to the sun. And prefer something more lush? Well, the Amazon rainforest is teeming with wildlife and rivers. And for beach lovers, coastal towns like Montanita and Salinas offer world-class surfing and relaxing vibes that remind me of Hawaii. But don't forget about city life. Cuenca here is known for its art, music, and cultural festivals. There is always something exciting happening. Number 5, inexpensive healthcare. Healthcare in Ecuador isn't just affordable, it's high quality. I pay $149 a month for private insurance with a $200 deductible, and the coverage is excellent. And doctor visits only cost $25 if you're paying out of pocket. Prescription medications are a fraction of US prices. Let me share a story. A friend of mine here needed major thyroid surgery, and the total cost, including a modern private hospital room, was under $5,000, which was almost entirely covered by insurance. In the US, it would have easily cost 10 times that much. Her surgery was successful with no complications. Major cities like Cuenca, Quito up north have modern hospitals, many with US trained doctors. And let me tell you, it's reassuring to know that I can get the care that I need without breaking the bank. Number 4, US currency. Ecuador adopted the US dollar as its official currency in 2000, and it's one of the best conveniences for travelers and expats. There's no need to worry about exchange rates, currency conversions, or fluctuating values in currency. One quirk that you will notice is that there's widespread use of dollar coins instead of bills. And at first I found my pockets jingling a little more than usual, but you quickly get used to it. Also, cash is king here, and it's common to pay with small bills. And as a bonus, inflation here has remained low. So my money is holding its value here much better than in many other countries. Number 3, moderate climate. Living on the equator might make you think of blazing heat, but Ecuador's geography creates a range of climates. Cuenca, for instance, sits over 8,000 feet above sea level, giving it a mild spring-like climate year-round. And temperatures hover between the mid-50s at night and low 70s during the day. So there's no need for air conditioning or heating. And if you love the cooler weather, the highlands offer a brisk mountain chill. It's amazing how much variety you can experience within just a few hours' drive. Number 2, friendly people. Ecuadorians are some of the warmest and most welcoming people you'll ever meet. The first week I arrived, my neighbor brought me fresh bread and invited me to a local festival. And this sense of community is everywhere, from friendly chats with taxi drivers to the warm smiles of shopkeepers. What's more, the culture here just feels relaxed. People value relationships and they actually take time to enjoy life. There's also a level of kindness and respect that's hard to find in other places. And unlike the growing divisions back in the US, there's a sense of unity here that is truly refreshing. And number one, cost of living. Yes, the cost of living in Ecuador is a game changer. Rent in Cuenca is around $350 for a furnished modern 2-bedroom apartment. Compare that to the $750 I paid in Florida for a tiny 1-bedroom apartment, half the size. My expat friends living here for 8 years have a modern 4-bedroom home. They pay $500 a month for. Utilities like electricity, water, and gas cost less than $35 a month, whereas I was paying well over $100 a month for power in the United States. And my cell phone plan here with Claro, one of the major carriers, is $17 per month, and I'm getting 16 gigabytes out of that. For internet, my Airbnb here is equipped with fiber optic service from Celerity. They offer some affordable rates. For example, Celerity's Fast 200 plan provides 200 megabits per second with a boost of 400 megabits per second during the evening hours, priced at about $25 a month. Groceries are a fraction of US prices. Fresh produce at local markets is unbelievably cheap. $1 gets you 10 bananas or a pound of tomatoes. Dining out, you can literally find 3-course meals for under $5 if you go to one of the local shops. Another perk is that Ecuador hasn't experienced the same inflation rate as the United States in recent years. So your dollar goes much further and you don't have to worry about sudden price hikes here. Let me give you a few bonus reasons why I moved to the city of Cuenca. First, it has a distinctive European-style, scenic, historic downtown that's very walkable. Second, you can drink the tap water safely without having to worry about getting sick. And number 3, the city is absolutely clean, with workers maintaining the parks and sidewalks at all times. So there you have it, my 10 top reasons to move to Ecuador, from the affordable cost of living to the warm people, the incredible adventures here, modern amenities. I think it's easy to see why this is my chosen remote home. And if you're looking for a fresh start, or if you want to work remotely without a boss and without employees, Ecuador just might be the place for you. So thanks for watching. I'd really appreciate your thoughts or questions about life in Ecuador, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios, amigos.